Give you guys a heads up, the following video is a bit different to what I've been doing on my channel recently. It is still sports related, if you like, you can bring it into sports if you like, because it's career based, but it's life importance. It's important that people watch this and understand what I'm saying, because this is much bigger than any YouTube channel in terms of the content. The message itself is massive, so I wanted to put it on the channel, even though it's not just football related, but it can be, but it needs to be on the channel because it's vital information that I think people need to hear. So just give you guys a warning. I'll speak to you guys soon. What's going on, guys? Ain't done one of these in a while. I just want to let you guys hear my thoughts recently on stuff that I've been thinking about for a long time and still don't have an answer for. And I need you guys to understand this isn't a sympathy thing, or it kind of is a cry for help, but not just for me, for millions and thousands of people as well. And that is, what is there out there for us, people like us, that don't want to work for someone to make them richer and just work a 9-to-5 job that we don't have any passion for, and no drive? Do you know what I mean? Because you don't want to go to that job. When you're there, you're not putting in the effort that you would if you was passionate about whatever it is. So I just think the system's very flawed, because what is there for people like us that don't know what we want to do, but then every job we've done up to this point we've hated, we've had no passion for, no drive for, no interest in, and then people wonder why people go on benefits and fall into the system. But it's because we don't want to put up with this shit. We see hundreds and thousands of other people doing what they want for a career, whether it's YouTube, whether it's being a celebrity, whatever the case is. Yet millions or thousands or hundreds or millions of us have to suffer and live in this rat race and just accept it. But people like me and you that agree with me don't accept that. But my question is what is there to help us? What is there for us to fall back on when we don't want to work for someone to make them richer? We don't want to work in a job we hate and have no passion for. Because inevitably, when you're doing that, you're going to end up on benefits or just homeless or whatever, because you're not going to stick to that job because you hate it. You don't have any passion for it, which we have a right to as well. That's my question. And no one has an answer for it. And that is a huge part of the problem, because there's not any support for people like us. People just tell you to suck it up and get on with it. But we have standards. We want a better life, but we want to do it doing a career we enjoy, like people do on YouTube, like celebrities do. There needs to be more doors open to people like us. I've been commenting on other people's YouTubes recently in regards to subjects of content that I like and do similar, to try and ask people how to collab with the likes of themselves because they got a bigger channel. But it's not to go and get a bigger audience, it's to just have them doors open and act as a community, because everyone says there's a community on YouTube, but everyone closes their doors to people. And I've noticed that a lot. And then when I ask the questions in YouTube, the comments either get deleted or the people that you address it to don't answer you. I even DM'd someone on Instagram that's a YouTuber so that I know that they saw it. Got no response back, but yet on their videos they upload after that, they're on about it's a community, and without the fans and that, we can't run the channel. So my point was, well, get people on the podcast every week or every time you do an episode, instead of just asking them to put subjects in the comments. Get fellow YouTubers on there, even if they're smaller, to help grow the community, to support each other. But you get no response. Nobody wants to help you. Nobody wants to share. Nobody wants to... Do you know what I mean? And that's a problem. Even if it wasn't YouTube, like, even in your job or whatever, you need support. There's a double standard, because like I said, when you don't want to do a job or something, people just tell you to suck it up. But no, we have standards. We don't want to work a 9-to-5 like you might want to and have accepted for the rest of your life. So you can't put us in that same boat. Just fogging us off with that shitty answer does not help. Point of the video is there needs to be more support out there for people like us, because if a celebrity or something wants to change career paths, or it was standing up for something that they believe in and want support for it, they get it with an instant click. Yet people like us have to suffer. But if it was a celebrity, they'd listen. And that's what we need to change for the better good of the future of humanity and society. Let me know your thoughts, guys. Anyway, it's just something on my chest I wanted to get off, but something that's been bothering me a lot. What's the alternative for people like us that have standards, that don't want to make someone rich and go and make their company and them richer and live on minimum wage or struggle just to get by and survive? Nah. Thing is, guys, is that there needs to be more support. We all need to be doing more. We all need to be more welcoming. People always go on about how YouTube's a community and their fan base, and how about do more collaborations with each other? Help smaller channels out. If you're a bigger channel, do it for the better good. Then us smaller channels can help out smaller channels than us as well. But it needs to be a current running theme throughout YouTube, and I don't see it. All I see is selfishness. All I see is people don't want to open their doors to people unless they're already like both got millions of subscribers and that. Like, it's bullshit. We all need to be supporting each other more. Another thing I just want to bring up while I remember is there's a thing called Clash of the Creators, which is basically like YouTubers coming together and they do like a football match, fellow YouTubers against each other. I've tried looking into this recently and there's no information on it about how you get an invite to it, how the doors open to you. It seems to be, unless you're up to a certain amount of numbers, you're not welcome. Yet people go on about how YouTube's a community and supporting each other, but then you can't even get in to things like that, or can't even get information about it to get an invite to go to it. Do you know what I mean? A network. That needs to change. Because what are we doing? Being hypocrites by saying it's a community, and then when things like that pop up, there's no support and no information. And let's not pretend either that, because people will be like, well, if you don't want to work for someone and make them all rich, create your own business and become rich yourself. Now, I know that that's doable, but for everyone, that's not realistic. And with a lot of that, what people don't tell you is that you still need connections in that. You still need help. You still need luck. And not all of us get that. And it's not a sympathy thing. It's just facts. But it really annoys me when people say, create your own business and do this and do that. Stop bitching and moaning and crying, because it's not the same circumstance for everybody. Yes, you can get through it and achieve, but sometimes you need luck. Sometimes you need connections. Sometimes you need support, a mentor. Not everyone has that. So when you just fog people off with the same answer, everybody's different. So I just wanted to add that in as well, because that's wrong in my opinion. People giving the wrong information, because not every circumstance is the same. Everyone's different, and some people got where they are because they had contacts, because their family members were doing it before them, or their dad gave their business to them like when they passed away or whatever. It's not always as simple and straightforward as people make it seem. So don't fall for that either. But that's something that people need to stop giving advice on, because not every circumstance is the same. And as I said, sometimes you need luck, you need the contacts for you to do what your passion is.